What happens if you don't get fresh air and sunshine every day? What happens if you don't go outside? What happens if you're inside with artificial light, artificial air, sitting on your backside every day? The consequences of that, I'm not sure we completely understand because we just take for granted that that's normal. Most people sit all day. You lie in bed, you sit at breakfast, you sit in the car, you sit on the bus, you sit in your office, you sit back on the bus or the train or the car, you come home, sit on the couch or sit down and have your dinner, go to bed, do it all over again. What happens to your body if you sit all the time, and what happens to your body if it's only getting artificial light and artificial air? There's so many things that come from the sun, and of course all energy comes from the sun. And I'm sharing that with you because I'm out at the end of the day. The sun's almost setting. I've had to be mostly inside today, which I absolutely hate. It's freezing cold at the moment. Obviously, I'm completely rugged up because it's below zero at the moment. But I would never miss going outside. Now, even if it was dark, I would still come outside. I run my dogs in the dark on a regular basis because I need to get outside and breathe fresh air. Now, I don't have air-conditioned air in my house. I have the windows open all of the time to get the fresh air and sunshine in the house, but it's not the same. If you don't get energy from the sun, if you don't breathe in fresh air, your body doesn't function effectively. Even worse, if you sit on your backside and you take out the biggest muscles in your body, your leg muscles, your glutes, your hamstrings, your quadriceps, your calf muscles, they are the big driving force. They're the ones that move you around. So if you're not moving around, they waste away. And your body that wastes away then has a slower metabolism, which means the food that you eat doesn't get burnt up very fast, which means we end up being fatter, sicker, weaker, diseased. But more importantly, or worse, is that our brain rots away. Because if your big muscles in your legs aren't sending a message back to your brain to say, we need to be fit, we need to be strong, we need to be healthy, because we're using these things on a regular basis, your brain says, okay, we're not using your legs, we can send less energy to them, we don't need to, the muscles can just waste away. But the connection is that the big muscles in your legs send a message to your brain. So if you're not doing that loop on a regular basis, your brain rots away. Is that a reason why we've got so many people that are angry, frustrated, anxious, depressed, unhappy? Because they're sitting on their backside and they're not in the fresh air and sunshine. Now, the big one about the sun, of course, is that you produce something called serotonin when you go outside, which is the satisfaction neurotransmitter in your brain. It's produced in your gut, sends a message to your brain to say, be satisfied with your life. And that, if you're not getting into the sunshine, you have much less chance of producing the serotonin that you need to have a happy brain. So here's a great idea. Get outside, get some fresh air and sunshine. Maybe get a dog. I've got 5 of them. They love being outside, obviously. Now, I love to bring my dogs inside and cuddle on the couch too, but not until, and that's why I'm outside now. It's freezing cold. It's almost dark. I'm going to dig in the garden for half an hour before it gets dark. I'm going to dig flat out so I get puffed. I'm going to lift heavy. I'm going to breathe in the fresh air, and I'm going to be the person I want to be every day, which is healthy, fit, strong, lean and energetic, because I'm outside fresh air and sunshine. And last but not least, is it possible that we've got so many people that get sick, particularly in winter? I'm sick of listening to people, sick and tired of listening to people telling me they're sick and tired. I'm so sick, I'm so tired, I'm sick all the time. It's winter time, I always get a flu, I always get a cold. My body's not working effectively because it's cold. You don't get a cold because you go outside in the cold. You get cold because your immune system's, or you get a cold or a flu, or you don't feel good because your immune system's busted. And the reason our immune system gets busted, it's built inside our bones. So if you don't have strong muscles pulling on your bones to keep your bones strong, you end up with a weak immune system, so you end up getting sick. And of course, fresh air and sunshine has a lot to do with healthy bones. So I'm not going to miss any part of that loop. Every single day, I'm committed to fresh air, breathe it in deeply, sunshine, really enjoy it. I love being outside, and the human body doesn't want to be inside, and I'm a human, so I'm going to get my ass outside so that I can live my life to the max. Woohoo! Go Rural Rowie! Yay! Woohoo! Check out the beautiful evening. Look at the mountain. Wow.